Hey everyone, hello again. They fucking keep taking the CIA keeps taking my stream down. Either that or Warnight has powerful allies I don't know about. I don't know what's going on with my Streamlabs right now. I'm probably gonna have to like debug it in some way in between now and the next stream because like this is ridiculous how much it's crashing. But yeah, if anyone would like to be unbanned from my chat, the cost is £500, and if you can't afford it, you don't deserve it. I would like to actually read this article now. Okay. Hello again. Okay. Wow. A one-sentence statement written by the Center for AI Safety declaring, mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. Okay, Bill Gates engages in humanitarian, philanthropic efforts to distract from negative PR. He involved himself in questions of climate and in public health in response to people being made aware that he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein's conviction for soliciting a minor for sex work. Bill Gates does not care about the benefit of humanity unless it is to distract from his dead nonce friend Jeffrey Epstein. Cool. What was the one he did in response to his divorce? He did another big PR push in response to him getting divorced because he didn't want people talking about him getting divorced.
More of the same.
More of the same shit. You are far from code, Sophie. You need to fix that. True. Or I need to just delete some junk off my computer. Okay. Mitigating the risk of extinction from the AI should be a global priority alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. Those 22 words were released following... I love when social and ideological movements have a nice little number of words that, you know, we should all repeat and believe in. It's good. Were released following a multi-week tour in which executives from OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, and other tech companies called for limited regulation of AI. These people are such freaks. Oh my god. It's like they want regulation because they want it to be a legitimate industry. That's all it is, right? But they're literally calling for limited regulation of AI. Like, they're just like... Please, you have to regulate this or it'll kill us all. But also, not too much though. Like, we want to make money. Like, thank you so much, Pinko Simple169, for tipping £10. No, you can't ban them so cold-heartedly. Seeing Pinko is a human need. Oh. By the way, Pinko has confirmed the next stream is going to be titled Clown ASMR brackets loud. Okay. They spoke before Congress in the European Union and elsewhere about the need for industry and governments to collaborate to curb their products' harms, even as their companies continue to invest billions in the technology. Several prominent AI researchers and critics told me that they're skeptical of the rhetoric and that big tech's proposed regulations appear defanged and self-serving. Silicon Valley has shown little regard for years of research demonstrating the AI's harms are not speculative but material. Only now, after the launch of OpenAI's ChatGPT and a cascade of funding, does there seem to be much interest in appearing to care about safety. This seems like really sophisticated PR from a company that is going full speed ahead with building the very technology that their team is flagging as risks to humanity. Albert Fox Khan, the executive director of the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project. Surveillance Technology Oversight Project. Stop. Get some help. A non-profit that advocates against mass surveillance told me. I mean, that's good. You should advocate against mass surveillance. What would loud clown ASMR even sound like? It's clown ASMR brackets loud. That's all I know. She doesn't tell me much. The unstated assumption underlying the extinction fear is that AI is destined to become terrifyingly capable, turning these companies' work into a kind of eschatology. It makes the product seem more powerful, Emily Bender, a computational linguist at the University of Washington, told me. So powerful it might eliminate humanity. The assumption provides a tacit advertisement. The CEOs, like demigods, are wielding a technology as transformative as fire, electricity, nuclear fission, or pandemic-inducing virus. You'd be a fool not to invest. It's also a posture that aims to inoculate them from criticism, copying the crisis communications of tobacco companies, oil magnates, and Facebook before. Hey, don't get mad at us. We begged them to regulate our product. Nice. Thank you, Ludonar, for the £5. I'm not an expert on the privatization versus centralization of these £5, so I'll just have to donate more. Thank you so much, Ludonar. How should I put this up on the VOD channel, by the way? Should I do... I guess I'll have a title and then I'll do like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is a mess now. Like, the fucking Streamlabs has fucked me over. I'll put it in a playlist. That's the way to do it. Okay. Yet the supposed AI apocalypse remains science fiction. A fantastical, adrenalizing ghost story is being used to hijack attention around what is the problem that regulation needs to solve. Meredith Whittaker, co-founder of the AI Now Institute and the president of Signal, told me, the AI Now Institute is definitely named for Rocco's Basilisk. Like... If you got a bunch of people who are like, if we don't make AI will torture us to death and kill all our families and murder our dog. And then they're competing to be the ones that AI views as the most in favor of AI. And so she's like, I'm going to found an institute. I'm going to call it the AI Now Institute. That way the AI can't possibly think I didn't want to make AI. Meredith Whittaker. Thank you, Locan. You fucking got him. And the president of Signal. Okay. Programs such as GPT-4 have improved on their previous iterations, but only incrementally. AI may well transform important aspects of everyday life, perhaps advancing medicine, already replacing jobs, but there's no reason to believe that anything on offer from the likes of Microsoft and Google would lead to the end of civilization. It's just more data and parameters. What's not happening is fundamental step changes in how these systems work, Whittaker said. 2 weeks before signing the AI extinction warning, Altman, who has compared his company to the Manhattan Project and himself to Robert Oppenheimer. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. There's a lot there. There's just a lot there. That's... Delivered to Congress a toned-down... I'm going to have to watch these fucking testimonies to Congress, aren't I? If I'm going to talk about this shit, I'm going to have to watch these fucking testimonies to Congress. This is infuriating. A toned-down version of the extinction statement's prophecy. The kinds of AI products his company develops will improve rapidly and thus potentially be dangerous. Testifying before a Senate panel, he said, regulatory intervention by governments will be critical to mitigate the risks of increasingly powerful models. So, it's pretty interesting. Again, to compare to, you know, a real existential threat, right? That, like, in climate modeling, shit is pretty fucked now. But scientists are breaking their usual, like, academic obligation to not say too much about how things will go, to storm into government systems and say, we have to stop this, we have to make serious changes right now. On the other hand, in the big open letter to everyone about how seriously you should take their product, these capitalists have said AI is definitely going to end the world, and then when Congress calls them to testify, they say, intervention will it could mitigate the risks of increasingly powerful models. It's like, yeah, okay, you were invited to speak to the American government. And you didn't say AI is going to end the world. Seems like when you're in front of powerful people who are supposed to like carefully evaluate your statements.
There might be consequences to what you say. You have to provide evidence for your claims.
Yeah. Well, you could actually get in trouble for lying. But many of the experts I spoke with were skeptical of how much AI will progress from its current abilities, and they were adamant that it need not advance at all to hurt people. Indeed, many applications already do. The divide then is not over whether AI is harmful, but which harm is most concerning. A future AI cataclysm only its architects were warning about and claim they can uniquely avert. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Or a more quotidian violence that governments, researchers, and the public have long been living through and fighting against, as well as who is at risk and how best to prevent that harm. Yeah. This article's actually pretty good. This one AI doomerism is a decoy.
Oh, cool.
It's actually I wouldn't argue with it hugely. Honestly, like so far, one of the better liberal SLOP articles we've ever read. Okay. I'm gonna get to the conclusion of this one because I feel like I already agree with it enough that I know where it's going and whatever. For about a decade, experts have rigorously studied the damage done by AI and proposed more realistic ways to prevent them. Possible interventions could involve public documentation of training data and model design, clear mechanisms for holding companies accountable when their products put out medical misinformation, libel, and other harmful content, antitrust legislation, or just enforcing existing laws related to civil rights, intellectual property, and consumer protection. If a store is systematically targeting black customers through human decision-making, that's a violation of civil rights law, Khan said. And to me, it's no different when an algorithm does it. Yeah. Similarly, if a chatbot writes a racist legal brief or gives incorrect medical advice, was trained on copyrighted writing, or scams people for money, current laws should apply. I mean, yeah, again, it's like the speech like may have been generated by a computer program, but like if you publish it, you are responsible for the speech, you know?
Yeah.
The use of that text. Doomsday prognostications and calls for a new AI agency amount to an attempt at regulatory sabotage, Whitaker said, because the very people selling and profiting from this technology would shape, hollow out, and effectively sabotage the agency and its powers. Just look at Altman testifying before Congress, or the recent responsible AI meeting between various CEOs and President Joe Biden. The people developing and profiting also, since we're comparing this to Theranos, Remember when fucking Biden did a tour of a Theranos lab? Remember when they set up an entire second lab that was all automated so he couldn't talk to any workers? And they gave him a tour around and he was like, "Whoa, Jack, this is so high tech." Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. So now the AI guys are meeting with Biden. All right. The people developing and profiting from the software are the ones telling the government how to approach it, an early glimpse of regulatory capture. There's decades worth of very specific kinds of regulations people are calling for about equity, fairness, and justice. Safia Noble, an internet studies scholar at UCLA and the author of Algorithms of Oppression, told me. And the kinds of regulations I see AI companies talking about are ones that are favorable to their interests. These companies also spent many millions of dollars lobbying Congress in just the first 3 months of this year. All that has really changed from the years-old conversations around regulating AI. All that has really changed from the years-old conversations about regulating AI is ChatGPT, a program that, because it spits out human-esque language, has captivated consumers and investors, granting Silicon Valley a Promethean aura. Beneath that myth, though, much about AI's harms is unchanged. The technology depends on surveillance and data collection, exploits creative work and physical labor, amplifies bias, and is not sentient. The ideas and tools needed for regulation, which would require addressing those problems and perhaps reducing corporate profits, are around for anybody who might care to look. The 22-word warning is a tweet, not scripture, a matter of faith, not evidence. That an algorithm is harming somebody right now would have been a fact if you read this sentence a decade ago, and it remains one today. Yeah, you know what? Okay. Yeah. This wasn't Ezra. This was, you should be able to tell from the tone this isn't Ezra. This was Mateo Wong. Ezra Klein would do a much more fucking breathless, furious defense of all the bullshit that they're trying to sell. And does constantly, all the time. Yeah. I'm just clicking on Matteo Wong's profile in the Atlantic, and he's written a fair amount about AI. It's pretty good because like like they seem like pretty sensible takes. You got AI is an existential threat to itself. Generative AI programs may eventually consume material that was created by other machines with disastrous consequences. Yeah, that's a real problem. There's some quite good reporting by Robert Evans on like ChatGPT written books for kids and like how fucked they already are, but how much more fucked they will become if the data set they are drawing from becomes themselves. Yeah. Teo Wong also writes, the climate movement wanted more than the IRA, now what? Huh. Oh, the Inflation Reduction Act. Oh my god. Sorry, I know I'm not looking at the stuff on screen, but like that was a moment there. I thought it was offering a very, very, very different kind of take. Anyway, yeah, I mean, now I feel like I'm probably going to end up writing about it a lot more, but like, what we have in the way of AI is not AI, not by a long fucking stretch, and there's just a bizarre fucking cult around the whole thing, driven by profit. Awesome.
Just like with NFTs, just like with Bitcoin, like.
Internet Doggo says bombing Thatcher was was environmentalist activism actually, and then for legal reasons this was a joke. The majority of carbon has been put into the atmosphere since the premiere of Seinfeld, because neoliberalism has kicked up the damage to the climate into such an alarming speed of exponential increase that we have literally put more carbon into the atmosphere in the last 30 years than we've done since the Industrial Revolution. Take from that what you will about Margaret Thatcher's legacy. Right. I think I'm gonna raid someone because I'm pretty sleepy. Nat and I have been watching I'm a Virgo recently, which is Boots Riley's new show. It's available on Amazon.
Check it the fuck out.
I really, really recommend it. It's very, very good, and I recommend not only watching it but showing it to everyone you know. It's a really cool show. I think I'm going to raid into Mothcarb, who is playing Parasite Eve. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. Thank you for supporting me. If you want to support me in the meantime, you can find all my links at linktree.ee/Sophie from Mars. We're raiding into Mothcarb. Perfect. If you want to see my essay, The World Is Not Ending, when it's finished being written, which should be in the next couple of days, hopefully. You can go to patreon.com/Sophie from Mars. I will also be putting up interviews there relating to the project itself when it is done early. Lots to look forward to on patreon.com/Sophie from Mars, and lots of other stuff to explore on my Linktree, linktree.ee/Sophie from Mars. Be nice to Lily. She is an angel. If you're not nice to her, I will find you. Good night, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye!